First 5 LA is a leading early childhood advocate. First 5 LA, in partnership with others, strengthens families, communities, and systems of services and supports so all children in LA County enter kindergarten ready to succeed in school and life. Our live Facebook Q&As are an extension of these meaningful collaborations, which are meant to connect parents and caregivers to information and resources that support their efforts to raise children who are born healthy and raised in a safe, loving, and nurturing environment. Join us, along with special guests, as we answer questions live to help you tackle some of the toughest parenting challenges.
Good morning. Welcome to First 5 LA's Talk, Read, Sing Story Time at the Manhattan Beach Library. I'm Marlene with First 5 LA. Thank you all for joining us this morning. We want to take this opportunity for you to leave this event to remember that when you talk and read and sing to your child, even when they can't speak or know words yet, you're helping to develop their brain and help them succeed in life and in school. First 5 LA will be hosting giveaways and doing shout-outs during the event, so please leave comments. Coming up, we'll have a Q&A with Parenting Lifestyle, Jill Simonian, so make sure to get your questions in. Now snuggle up and get close with your little ones and get ready for story time.
All right, so I'm gonna read Potter, the Healthy Otter. All right, so once upon a time there was a little otter who loved being healthy, and his name was Potter. Potter the otter cared, and he knew that exercise was healthy to do. Mama and Papa Otter would say, "You need to exercise every day. Exercise is fun, and you should know exercise is healthy and helps you grow." Potter loves exercise, and this is true. He wants his friends to love exercise too. "Let's all go to the park," he said one day, "and exercise with friends on the way." Yay. "Look there, Tota lying on a leaf," Potter said. "Get up and get on your feet. Taking a nap is really great. Don't sleep all day. There's no need to wait. Come on, Tota. Come to the park, and on the way we'll skip and hop." Yay. Exercise is fun, and you should know exercise is healthy and helps you grow. Next, they found Moose watching TV with Goose. "Turn off the TV. Don't just sit and stare. Let's go move and play out in the air. Goose and Moose, come to the park with me. It's much more fun than watching TV." Exercise is fun, and you should know exercise is healthy and helps you grow. Across the bridge, there were 3 skunks in a bunch, playing computer games and eating lunch. Computer games can be fun, and that's not wrong, but our muscles need exercise to be strong. Grab your wheels, and we'll have a race. Put on your helmets, and let's start the chase. Exercise is fun, and you should know exercise is healthy and helps you grow. 2 mamas and their baby kangaroos were talking on cell phones and emailing too. Potter said, "Let's get moving and put down those phones. Your body needs exercise to build up strong bones." Exercise is fun, and you should know exercise is healthy and helps you grow. When they got to the park and saw the slides and swings, they wanted to try out all of these things. Tota the toad wasn't tired at all. Moose then shouted, "Come on, let's play ball!" Goose found some water and started to swim, while skunks in a bunch played on the jungle gym. And for the two jumping kangaroos, they played hide and seek and took turns saying boo. Exercise is fun, and you should know exercise is healthy and helps you grow. All right. Thank you, everyone. Yay!
Thank you, Michael.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. That was awesome. Okay, so we're actually giving away a bundle of books. I think they're back there. Can someone grab them for me? Sorry. Yeah. We're giving away a bundle of books from First 5 LA to one lucky online viewer and to a member of our audience. So for a chance to win, for our viewers online, comment now. So tell us what Mama and Papa Otter told Otter was healthy for them and will help him grow. Exercise. I saw you first. Yeah. So we'll give you this book. Thank you so much. So now, parents and caregivers, please join your child on the carpet if you'd like for a special musical activity from early childhood music educator Daniel Epstein of Music Together.
All right. Can everybody take a breath with me, please, like this? One more. Ready? Shake it out like that. One more. Shake it out. Good. Hi, guys. How we doing? Good. So yes, I'm Daniel Epstein. I teach for Music Together. I'm going to speak a little more in a second, but I want us to get into the music, sort of get going. But I want to ask all the adults to please do everything I do. This is definitely not a performance. This is definitely me facilitating us doing music together. So do everything I do, say everything that I do, and we're going to be great. All right, ready? So we're going to warm up a little bit. Some more breaths. Good. Then like this. Good. Slow. Nice. Big breath. Good, drum it out. One more. And one last breath. Good. All right, we're going to sing a little bit. Sing along. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, everybody. So glad to see you. Hello, everybody. So glad to see you too. Hello to the mommies, to the mommies. So glad to see you. Hello to the daddies, to the daddies. So glad to see you too. And hello to the children, to the children. So glad to see you. And hello to the nannies, to the nannies. So glad to see you too. And hello To the staff, to the staff. So glad to see you, and hello to Dan, to Dan. So glad to see you too, and hello whoop, to our hands. So glad to see you. Hello to your feet, to your feet. So glad to see you too, and hello to the floor, to the floor. So glad to see you, and hello to the guitar. So glad to see you too, and hello to all our friends. We're gonna drum it out on the floor. Drum, 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 drum. We're so glad to see. Good, you. And then go low to high like this. Oh yeah, nice. Good. One more time. And repeat after me. We'll say bye bye guitar. Beautiful. Very nice. All right, we're gonna keep it going like this. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time, say it with me. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We're going to make the bees really quiet like this. Here is the beehive, but where are the bees? Hidden away where nobody sees. Watch and you'll see them come out of the hive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Exhale it out. Whoosh. Try this. Whoosh. 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 A little faster. Whoosh. 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 Circle to the left. Old brass wagon, circle to the left. Old brass wagon, circle to the left. Old brass wagon, you're the one, my darling. Circle to the right. Old brass wagon, circle to the right. Old brass wagon, circle to the right. Old brass wagon, you're the one, my darling. Tapping my nose, old brass wagon, tapping my nose. Old brass wagon, tapping my nose. Old brass wagon, you're the one, my darling. Sing with me. Tapping my knees. Old brass wagon, tapping my knees. Old brass wagon, tapping my knees. Old brass wagon, you're the one, my darling. Reaching up high. Old brass wagon, reaching up high. Old brass wagon, reaching up high. Old brass wagon, you're the one, my darling. Or brushing my teeth. Shh, 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 shh. Brushing my teeth. Shh, 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 shh. Brushing my teeth. Shh, 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 shh. You're the one, my darling. Clapping my hands. Old brass wagon, clapping my hands. Old brass wagon, clapping my hands. Old brass wagon, you're the one, my darling. Little softer. You're the one, my darling. Little softer. You're the one, my darling. Good. Drum it out. Drum it out. All right. Good. Really good focus and participation, everybody. So I'm going to talk a little bit, and I'll try and get through quickly. Basically, I want to communicate a couple things. One is that I teach for this program Music Together, which is all over the world. It's everywhere. It's in your neighborhood, I promise you. It's very, very good, age-appropriate music class for kids, getting kids to connect and respond and be able to express music. The other thing I want to communicate is just what this type of music learning and creative learning is and how to help you cultivate it at home. Because one of the main tenets of Music Together is that children learn best at this age roughly 1 to 4, 1 to 5, through play and exploration. So it is very good for you to play music for your kids at home, but it is not the same thing as showing and expressing music at home, because when we listen to recorded music, we get a very limited amount of that. Music is storytelling, it's expression, and it is communication. So we want to have all of those things communicated to your child and learning happening for your child. And that's why it's super important to sing at home and to role model this type of creative expression at home. So that is what the classes can provide for you. So if you went to musictogether.com, there is a class locator. I know there's one in this neighborhood that's called South Bay Music Together. It's in Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach, El Segundo, I believe. But it's all over. I teach for Foothills Music Together, which is in Pasadena and Glendale and Silver Lake. And I want to really encourage you to create a musical environment at home, because in this period of life from 1 to 4 is when kids can achieve what we call basic music competence. So we treat music sort of like learning a language. So they're already learning a language. They would be learning multiple spoken languages, written languages later. But music is also a language in itself. And so by age 4, research has showed that kids can achieve basic music competence, which is ability to sing in tune, to keep a steady beat, and to repeat musical phrases, stuff like that. It's being fluent. So really, I very much encourage you to do that. And music also has so much connection to language and math as well. All right, I think I have a couple more minutes. So let's do another song. Yeah. Ready? All right, let's get back into it. There were 5 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. Good, do that part again. One fell out. There were 4 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. There were 3 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. How many were there? There were 2 in the bed, and the little one said, roll over, roll over. So they all rolled over, and one fell out. There was 1 in the bed, and the little one said, good night, sleep tight. And they all rolled over and sang goodbye. All right, thanks guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to sing goodbye now, but again, check out musictogether.com. Get to a class. Oh, the other really important thing I want to say is that almost every Music Together center that I know of, I'm pretty sure it's a pretty standard thing, will let you come to a free trial class. So find which one's close to you, email them, and go to a free trial class and check it out and see how your child likes it. All right, we'll sing goodbye, so long, farewell, my friends, goodbye, so long, farewell. We'll see you soon again, my friends, so goodbye, so long, farewell. Goodbye to the mommies, goodbye to the daddies, goodbye, so long, farewell. And goodbye to the nannies, goodbye to the children, goodbye, so long, farewell. Goodbye to Dan, goodbye, all our friends, goodbye, so long, farewell. We'll see you soon again, and then we'll make music together again. So, how about a hug for your mom or dad, or the one who takes care of you? And a hug or a high five for a friend. And then how about one just for yourself? Give yourself a hug. Good too. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
you. Thanks. Thank you so much, Daniel. So we're now giving away two $50 gift cards from our friends at the pump station. So the pump station is a baby care resource center and boutique. So a member of our audience will win one, and one of our lucky online viewers will win the other. So the question is, what is your favorite song to sing as a family? So there you go. First one, thank you so much. We're going to keep the giveaways going. And now to announce the winners of our Strong Family Sweepstakes online. If you entered our Comment to Win sweepstakes online or on our Facebook page, you will get a chance to win a family 4-pack to a LA baseball game on June 25th. So I'll announce the winners here. Our winners are Evelyn Villaflor, Christy De La Rocha, Raymond Rubenstein, Keone Arvon, and Mark Everett. So if your name was announced, we're also going to go ahead and post on our Facebook page, which is First 5 LA Parents on Facebook, and we'll message you so that you have a chance to receive your prize. So we'll post the name shortly. Perfect. And now we'll get ready to announce and do a Q&A with our partner, Jill Simonian.
Doing with the kids. Hi Facebook, how are you? I'm not sure what's going on here, you guys. The kids are leaving or staying. Oh, wasn't that so much fun? Did you have a good time? That was so much fun. Can you hear me okay on this? I'm a little too loud on Facebook. That's scary. Hi. Sure, I'll sit right here. Okay.
We're going to move your chair over a little.
Oh, okay, sure thing. How old are these babies here? One? Are you one? Oh my gosh. My babies are now 6 and 5. And it was like yesterday. I'm afraid I don't have any fun songs for the 1-year-olds. But I sang a lot with my little ones when I was little. Thanks. You want me to sit down? Okay. So who here watches Channel 2, CBS? Don't be shy. They're like, we don't watch the news. Don't worry about the water. I'm fine. I don't need water. I'm good. Hi. How are you, cutie pie? Now, you might be on camera. We have a wanderer. Oh, you're all the way over there. My gosh. Hello.
Hi, Jill.
Hi. Hi, guys. Hi, Facebook. Thanks for staying.
Whoops. Okay. I'm Jessica, and this is Caitlin. We're with First 5 LA, and we're going to kind of be hosting this Q&A with Jill. So thanks for being here, everybody. Jill Simonian, if you are not familiar with her, she is an author and parenting lifestyle personality. You may recognize her as the Fab Mom from CBS Los Angeles. She has a show there on Wednesdays and Fridays, and she also has a great blog.
Thanks.
And you may have also recognized her from NBC's Today Show, from HLN, or Hallmark's Home and Family. And she's also a regular panelist on our First 5 chat on
Yes!
Twitter.
Who goes on the Twitter chat?
Anyone online that recognizes Jill from the Twitter chat. This is not Jill.
Hi, guys.
We're so excited to have her. And Jill has a new book that was just published and came out in April. It's called The Fab Mom's Guide, How to Get Over the Bump and Bounce Back Fast After Baby. And it was, Jill, I didn't realize that Fab Mom is actually an acronym.
Fab, yeah. People see the title, they think Fab Mom, they think, oh, she's talking about shoes and lipstick. Fab is focused after babies.
Yeah.
And I wrote this book, and it just published in April, and so it's still kind of like a baby to me. But after having my 2 daughters back to back, and being a very scared and freaked out mother, not knowing what the heck to do with babies in the first place at all, and being really scared to go into that lifestyle change, I wrote this book because I figured that if I could figure out how to be fab, focused after babies, then the happiness, the confidence, the feeling good about how the choices I was making as a new mom would follow. So fab is focused after babies, and there's a bunch of different parts in here specifically where I talk about how singing to my kids and talking to my kids when they were infants staring at me like this built my own confidence, but I didn't even know what it was doing for them in their brains. So that's how we got to be connected.
Well, I love how honest and how just like open you are about your experience in parenting. Everything from when you found out you were pregnant through the whole experience and the transitional time that you experienced. And one of the things that you talk about in your book is how you felt like really isolated and alone during those first few months as a mom, as a new mom. And you said that talking to your babies actually helped you through that time. So can you share a little bit more about that?
Yeah, okay. So at the time, so before babies, I worked as an entertainment reporter for a cable network and then for a lot of the local stations around town. And it was like, when you work in news, it's like go, 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 go. You're going like, 50 hours a week, and you work at nights and you work weekends and you're excited and you don't have any babies to worry about because, I'm, doing my career. And then when I had my first daughter in 2010, I found myself out of a job, and then I wasn't able to get a new job. And so all of a sudden I was at home by myself, and my husband works full time. At the time he was at Children's Hospital Los Angeles, and I was by myself in our apartment with this infant, and it's like, what do we do now? It's like I was really nervous, and I had never held a baby before. So I by yourself, you kind of start, you cope and you figure things out, and you're changing the diapers and you're going day to day. And I started to feel really lonely. I know that a lot of people feel the same way. Hi guys, I know a lot of people feel the same way. I forgot I'm on Facebook. I'm talking to the people. So we'll split the difference. So I started feeling, thank you. I started feeling really lonely, and I think that's a pretty universal feeling that as new moms have. So my crazy brain said, hey, there's a person here with me. She's 3 weeks old, but she's a person, so I'm going to talk to her. And so, in the morning we all do this, but I made it such a point to, when I woke up in the morning, good morning, Leah. My first daughter's name was like, good morning, Leah, how are you? And I would just start talking. And I would say, you know what, I think I'm going to every thought that I had, I was sort of like a crazy person, probably. Every thought that I had, you know what, I think I'm going to have a bagel and cream cheese this morning. Oh, Leah, you're going to love cream cheese when you get to be 3 years old. And I started as a project in my own home, as an experiment. I started talking to my baby to try and make myself feel less lonely when I was by myself. And it kind of worked. And then some of my background, before I started working in TV, I used to be a singer, and I used to perform and so forth.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So, yes, fun fact. So then I said, you know what, while I'm here by myself with this baby of mine, let's go back to the old days of singing. So I would try and sing some of my old songs. So it started with me trying to entertain myself and pass the time between the infant manual labor. And then I didn't even realize it, and it may have been coincidence or whatever, but I didn't know all the research that was going on behind the scenes about how talking and singing truly develops an infant's brain. I had no idea. And when my daughter was about 1 year old, she's starting to talk, and by the time she was honestly like 1.5, 2 years old, I was having these full-on conversations with her. And everyone think, we all think our own babies are, oh, wonderful. But I was kind of surprised. I was like, is this kid supposed to be talking? And my pediatrician told me, she said, well, you've been talking to her. So this is, one of the byproducts, that they start verbalizing things.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, she was a, normal toddler like anyone else. So my second daughter I didn't start having conversations with her until she was, more like 2.5 and stuff. But it was interesting.
Yeah.
It helped me feel less lonely.
Yeah. Well, you have such great advice in your book that you give to new parents, and you also share advice that you've received from celebrities that you've interviewed, from friends, from experts in different fields. So now we want to open it up to you here and you that are viewing online. If you have a question for Jill related to parenting, she'll do her best to answer your question.
I know, full disclosure, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a therapist.
Right.
I'm a regular mom who was freaked out, who found herself with 2 kids under 2, and I worked in media, and I wrote a book. That's all it is. I do a ton of research for my CBS segments that are on Wednesday nights at 5 p.m. and then 6:45 in the morning on Fridays, and we talk about all sorts of issues between, digital, online issues that are happening with kids and screen time management and all that stuff. One thing that I want to share, I'm just curious. Is it okay if I ask a question?
Oh, sure.
Are you guys, because I wasn't nervous about the whole screen time
Ask
thing.
online, too.
Yeah, online. Hello. When my kids were babies, I really wasn't nervous about the screen time thing because I really wasn't, the smartphones were just sort of starting to be commonplace with, everyone having them. But I'm curious, online and in real life here, are you guys, do you think about, how much screen time my baby, because these babies, they're so, oh my gosh, they're so flippin' cute. They're like 1 year old, or do you worry about it yet,
There's
or
so
you're
many
not
cute
there
babies
yet
here,
when
you
the
guys.
kids are 1 year old? You were, she said, she's nodding.
He's one, and I have to hide being on my phone because he wants it already.
Yes.
Or he'll point to the TV.
Yes. Okay. So this
said
beautiful
her-
mom here
yeah.
says her little, he's so cute. He's a little nugget. She says he's about a year.
13 months.
Okay, a little over a
13
year
months
old.
old. Yeah.
And she has to hide being on her phone. So I totally agree with you, and I think that's a smart thing. One of my past segments recently that I did was how is our phone usage affecting how these small kids are perceiving their reality. And I talked to a bunch of doctors, and I talked to one family therapist of mine, and she said, absolutely, the more that the kids see, and don't get me wrong, I have a love-hate relationship with this thing as much as the next guy. I love it, and then it drives me crazy, But, but the experts I talked to said that absolutely, the more the kids see us on our phones, even from ages, 1 to 2 years old, from the time they're starting to realize what their reality is and their place in this world, it affects their behavior. And I don't know if anyone saw the report on 60 Minutes that Anderson Cooper did on Sunday night. I shared it on my Facebook page, Jill Simonian, the Fab Mom, but there was a fantastic report that he did, investigative, about how the phone companies, I don't even know the appropriate term, about how digital and tech companies are using brain science to figure out our habits online that taps in and affects the chemicals in our brain that makes our brains chemically and physically addicted to using these. It was fascinating. If you watch the report, I guarantee you it'll be a lot more interesting than how I just pegged it here. But using the phones in front of our kids, we do. I mean, I'm not standing here to preach or anything, but we do have to, manage it ourselves and monitor it ourselves because it is important for their development.
Does anyone have a question from the audience? If you do, we have a mic right here. If you want to go up to the mic and ask you'll be off camera, so. Or anyone online.
Anyone online. Yeah.
Anyone online. I'll share
If
with
not,
you.
I have a couple questions.
Yes, ask a question.
Okay, good. So you talked a lot in your book about learning your baby.
Yes.
And so what did that mean to you, and how did you find that focusing on learning your baby, as you called it, affected their behavior in a positive way or helped you to respond to them better?
Right. Thank you for that, because I'm going to say something probably a little controversial right now. Learning my baby for me, and mind you, I'm a working mom. I wrote the book, I do TV. I'm a working mom, but learning my baby for me in the beginning years really meant taking a conscious step back from my career, not working, putting lots of things on hold. And I know that that's I realize how lucky that is for me to be able to say where I could take some time away from work. In that, with my husband's job, I was able to not work for a period of time. But I think to this day, and it's like so many of my friends are working moms that need to work, and I understand that reality. But to this day, the most valuable thing I did to learn my baby, to learn my own strengths and weaknesses as a parent, to learn how to, deal with the conflicts, whether they're, baby or toddler conflicts or now, the best thing I did was take time away, to be at home, to be more present than I would have been able to be had I been obligated to, to be out every single day for a job. That was important to me. And because I was able to, I think, be at home more one-on-one with that time, it helped me, it helped my children and I think, learn each other in a more in-depth way where, when the toddler challenges came, I I felt like I had a better depth of knowledge to be able to say, oh, I learned how to deal with this when they were babies, and now this toddler challenge is coming. It's it's like you have a stronger depth of what to do. So that was helpful for me.
And you gave great tips on how to shift thinking regarding babies crying.
Oh my God.
So can you share how you got through the crying?
How I got through the crying. Yeah. So my first child was like perfect child. Oh, she's a great baby, easy baby. You could just lay her down and she's happy. My second one was, and still is, a pistol in the best way. Cried if I was not touching her like this and holding her. Cried. A lot of people tell me it's the second child. I don't know. But how I got through the crying, which, we all have our challenges, I kept talking through the crying. It's like the baby's like screaming, and I'm like, I know this is difficult, isn't it? And I kept talking, and I kept the swaddling, and I kept holding and all that, but I just kept talking through it. And people who saw me do this in public probably thought I was really off my rocker, but it helped me in those moments.
Yeah. So we talk a lot at First 5 LA about helping kids to develop resilience or build resilience, and you talk about moms building resilience in your book. So do you have advice about that, how to help build resilience?
Well, I've had all of the typical challenges. I haven't gone through, I know a lot of my friends have, with their babies have dealt with very serious, health or developmental issues. Full disclosure, I have not gone through that personally, but the something that a friend of mine told me that helps me was no matter what happens throughout the day, no matter what you're going through, if something happens, don't put that in the don't make that the thing that ruins the day. Don't say, oh, this day is awful. If you categorize it and say this was a bad moment, this is bad news for this moment. This is a challenging thing that I'm going to have to overcome, but for this moment, we're going to deal with it this way. If you take things moment by moment, I think it's much more helpful. And that's the only thing that has helped me with, certain things that have come up. Yeah, bad moments, not bad days.
Yeah.
And the best way to get rid of a bad moment and a bad day is to go to bed and start the next day over.
So since Father's Day is coming up really soon,
yes.
And then we have moms here, but for the dads watching or moms who want to give some advice to dads for Father's Day, particularly for new fathers, what advice do you have? I know you give some in your book.
Yes. Okay. So one of the things I talk about in the book here, I have a bunch of lifestyle tips from different lifestyle experts, and then, I like you said, a bunch of celebrity stories from actress Ali Landry, Debbie Matenopoulos, Ian Ziering read this book from the guy from 90210. So I have a lot of celebrity stories in here. But the one advice that I have for fathers in a chapter called Dear Dad for the fathers is, I say for the first month, whatever is going on with your spouse, the mother of your child, just let her do what she wants. Don't question it. If she tells you something crazy, don't question her. I tell a story about how when I first brought my own daughter home from the hospital, I did not want any visitors. And my husband and I had this conflicting thing because he's like, my whole family's coming over. I'm Armenian American, so we have big families. And he said, my family's coming over. And I said, I don't want anyone over. And we had this big argument with like friction. And he could not understand why I was acting in such a way because I get along with his family. Everything was great. But, it's like the first few weeks of birth, you're going crazy. So I tell for the dads for that first few weeks, and this is for first-time moms. This book is really for first-time moms. Y'all have already bounced back. You know what you're doing. But I say for dads, give the mom what she needs. And I think, in my experience, that definitely extends to beyond the first month. Don't be afraid to full-on ask your spouse, dads, what is it that you need? Are you okay? I see that you're handling everything great and you look like a rock star and you're pulling everything off without a hitch, but are you feeling okay about it? Because us women will like pull everything off and then inside we're like, I don't understand why I can't just help them. You know, but they know, the guys don't know that. So yeah, dads, don't be afraid to like put the sensitivity hat on and be like, is everything okay?
Right? No, that's great. And we to circle back to the talking. I love how you described how you talked through your day and your everyday activities with your kids, because that's the tips that we've been trying to share with our Talk, Read, Sing campaign is that you can make even the most mundane of activities like teachable moments with your kids, and you don't realize until later how much they've been listening and absorbing everything that you've been saying to them and everything that they're experiencing through you. So I love that you really touch on that in this book, and it's a great book. And we're going to give away copies. Unless anyone has a question, we have time for maybe like one more question. Do you have a question? You look like you have a question. No, you're thinking. Okay. Well, we want to give away a copy of this book to someone watching online and also to somebody here. So, Jill, I don't know if you want to ask a question. We've been doing that for all of our other giveaways.
Oh my gosh, wait a minute, I'm not prepared. Let me think. Okay, so, well, we'll see. Okay, and it's just the first person who answers?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first person who answers.
And it's autographed, too.
Oh, and it's autographed. And like I said, this is for first-time pregnant moms, so y'all have been there, done that. But if you have a friend who's expecting for the first time, they'll get a kick out of this. What does FAB stand for?
Ooh, that's a good question. You said it earlier.
I said it earlier. You said it?
You just said it.
Right here.
Focused after baby.
Yeah. Whoever leaves the first comment. Thank you.
And then to our online winner, we will contact all of our online winners within the next 24 hours. We see you. We see your comments. Thank you so much for interacting with us today. And thank you, Jill, so much for coming.
Guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me. I love
you.
First Five.
Thank you. Okay, and now Marlene's gonna say goodbye.
So just a quick bye. Thank you, all of you, so much for joining us today for a very special Talk, Read, Sing program with First 5 LA. Thank you. Big thanks to Daniel Epstein of Music Together, and of course, our parenting lifestyle expert, Jill Simonian. Thank you so much for joining us today. Please like and follow First 5 LA Parents on Facebook and visit www.first5la.org/parenting for resources, tips, and other information. Also, don't forget to visit your local Los Angeles County Library as we have today. So also, big thanks to Manhattan Beach Library for hosting us. So check out your local library as well for free family-friendly events. Thanks so much and have a great day.